Fala galera, vou conseguir a tão esperada entrevista com o Sexton. Quero agradecer ao Alpinestars por ter proporcionado isso pra gente. Vamos dar ali. So Chase, many amateur winning riders, when they become a pro, many of them don't win anymore. What it takes to take to the next level, like you did, like you turn like a beast, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot of it's how you're grown up and brought up as a young kid. I think for me, I've always been determined, and I just had that installed in me since I was little, and the motivation never seems to go away. I'm always motivated. I'm always wanting to get better, and I think that's the biggest thing. Is your career can get grueling, and there's some tough times, but you got to be able to push through those and persevere through the hard times. I think that's where a lot of people get caught up. So for me, I'm still very motivated and looking forward to the future.
Awesome. Riding your lever for so many years can be really tough, right? Mentally. In a month, how many times you are really excited to go to the track and put the work?
Yeah, I mean the season's so long, and there are some days where you wake up and you don't feel like going to the track and doing your workouts, but those are the days that make you better. And like I said, it's all about mindset and how you look at things. And for me, I'm very lucky that I get to ride a dirt bike for a living. And those days that you don't feel like doing stuff, that's how you have to look at it. And it doesn't happen too much. I'm normally excited to go to the track and ride, but some days, we wake up and not in the mood for it. So you gotta just remind yourself how lucky you are to be able to do what you love, and that's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, usually you're sore or tired, right?
Yeah, that's
great. So when you're riding your very best, can you put in words how you feel?
It feels easy to me. That's when you're riding very good, and sometimes you can feel like it's easy, but you're going slow. When you're going fast and it feels easy, that's when you know you're on point. And for me, I think it doesn't happen every day, but it seems to happen more often now, which is nice. But yeah, you just kind of feel like you can do no wrong, and that's kind of a fun thing to do.
Awesome. Tiago Lopes is the best rider right now in Brazil in terms of results. If you have to give advice for him, what would you give?
I've actually raced Enzo since I was probably 7, 8 years old, so it's pretty cool to see both of us at this level. And he's honestly been very impressive, I think, all year. He showed a lot of speed. I think his qualifying speed is really impressive. I think the biggest thing is just translating that into the races. He's plenty capable of being on the podium and challenging for wins. So I think for him to keep digging, and he'll break through, I feel like, very, very soon.
Awesome. Okay, what was your reaction the first time you rode a factory bike?
I think the first time I rode a factory bike was when I was about 15. I rode Star bike, and it was obviously very good, but I've been very fortunate enough growing up that I had good bikes. My dad did a lot of late hours, a lot of late nights working on my bikes and getting them to a good spec, and I feel like that's kind of not made me dull to like good bikes, but it's made me I guess the transition not as big. So I think for me, I've always been on good bikes. These bikes are obviously very good, so it is a bit of a difference, but it's a dirt bike, and the rider still has to make the biggest difference, and that's for me how I look at it.
Awesome. Okay, and if you were riding your factory bike and then a stock bike, how slower you would be on the stock bike?
Depends how the track is. If the track's smooth, probably not much slower, but a rough track or say a Supercross track, there's probably a big difference. I think the no problem. Stock bikes are a little softer, so it's easier to go fast on a smooth track. But when the track is rough and you need a little bit more hold up, it's tough to go fast on a stock bike. So it kind of just depends what the track is. But for me, I don't really get to ride one much. But on a smooth track, honestly, or even like a semi-rough track, it's not much difference.
Awesome. Okay, and the last question for you: how would you like to be remembered?
Honestly, just like as a badass. That's kind of
you are.
I want to be tough. Also have the speed that is flashy, but also have the other side where you're determined and tough, and nothing really gets to you. So that's what we're working on right now. Just kind of keeping it mellow and trying to get better, obviously.
Awesome. So good luck tonight.
Thank you.
We're cheering for you.
Thank you. Hey guys.
Can we just take a photo for the